seeing as we are talking about let's keep it 80s, shall we? Let's keep it 80s and
Okay.
let's go MAXXXINE.
Okay. You're gonna have to give me five on this one.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. I'll
Oh,
give you 5 minutes to talk about MAXXXINE. So
Maxine.
so just
Maxine.
if I may, Sean, just sort of like so Max. For those people who don't know, there was a film released a couple of years ago called X, which was about people trying to make a porn movie on a remote Texas farm, and then things go wrong and people start getting killed because the people who were there were blah blah blah. Then all of a sudden, that was just a standalone film. It seemed to be. Then all of a sudden they said, "Oh no, no, no! Actually, while we were making this film, we had another idea, and we made a prequel to this film called Pearl." And now we now have a third film, which is like they were like, you know what? It's gonna be a trilogy. We're gonna make so the well, I guess it's not a spoiler to say that one person survives the first film. One person survives X, and that person who survives X now goes has ended up in Hollywood from Texas and is aiming to become a star using what they know, which is the porn industry. So this is a film that is set primarily, from what I understand, horror movie set in the porn industry in 80s Los Angeles. Sean, would that be
Okay.
right?
Yeah, yeah, along those lines. There's not, funny
Uh,
enough, there's not too much of the porn side in this. It's just the way she's used that as a way to get into to mainstream Hollywood.
okay, and now I
I,
will let you go. Your 5 minutes start now.
okay. I think you to watch this film, you probably need to see the at least X
Yeah, I think at least X.
to
Yeah.
get the thing. I think it's worth a lot. Okay, so yeah, so basically, the girl from X, she's got a chance to have this. She wants to go to Hollywood, so she starts off in the porn industry, and then she gets this thing for a horror movie, Puritan 2, a sequel to like a successful probably video nasty, So this takes thing, all the video nasty stuff's going on, um, and also in the background in Hollywood, there's this murderer called the Night Stalker, and a couple of her friends they say, oh, we're going up to this. We've been invited to a director's party up by the Hollywood sign, the Hollywood sign.
Yeah.
Um, and they go up there anyway. So they go. She goes, "No, I'm not going. I've got to work. I need to know the script. I need to know everything else." And then, but the friends go, and of course they get. There's a couple of them sort of are friends, and there seems to be this connection with Maxine because there's two of her friends that get butchered. And then she gets the part. She gets mentored by um, the director of the film, and it's like,
Mm.
Maxine, you've got to sort yourself out. You've got to sort out what's ever going. Oh yeah, Kevin Bacon turns up as like this really, really slimy, sleazy private investigator, which is just like,
I'm
yeah,
like,
he's loving it. He's loving it. You can see he's relishing the role. Anyway,
now 1980s Hollywood, and there's a sleazy guy in it. Oh my god, you
Kevin
shocked
Bacon,
me.
yeah. Well, they mentioned, so there's a bit where they go in the video shop, mentioned all who got their. It's in the trailer who got their start in horror movies. Oh, you had like uh, Johnny Depp and a few others, and of course, but it doesn't
Jamie Lee
mention Kevin
Curtis.
Bacon. But of course, Kevin Bacon was in one as well. And so yeah, but he turns up. So the director says to her, Maxine, you've got to sort yourself out. Whatever's going on, you need to sort it. And she goes, yeah, I'm gonna. So she yeah, let's just say she does pretty nasty things to this private eye, and he goes, oh, I'm gonna get you. Anyway, so the background, there's all this Night Stalker and stuff going on. But what I'm going to say about this is, if you're a cinema fan, so if you're a fan of cinema, this is rich and deep and glorious. And it starts off with the Betty Davis quote, if you want to make it big in Hollywood, you need to be a monster.
Uh,
But it's just, and I mean, how they got away with it, I don't know. There's a scene which is actually they go on the Universal lot. There's like the Bates Motel with the Psycho thing.
oh yeah,
and
yeah,
all
yeah,
that.
yeah. With the psycho scene, yeah,
And
psycho sets.
so the thing is like, where's this going anyway? So, but let's say that it's just straight out of Psycho, even with the shadow on the door, the Martin Landau. It's like a shot for shot of Psycho, and even a bit when there's a shower scene, and just a shower scene, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that you should see the old plug hole and stuff like that. And there's like shot for shot. There's a shot in a scrapyard with and I thought that's from an '80s straight to video thing called Angel. You know what I mean? And there's stuff to Vice Squad, and I mean, I wasn't that era. I remember, there's all paranoia about all these things are going to destroy society, and there's all the video nasty stuff. Um, And Lily Collins turns up in it as part of the one in this.
Yeah.
She's in the film The Puritan too. I don't quite like her. I don't know why. But anyway, so yeah, but it's all like on movie sets. It's just someone loves that era of movies, which is quite good. Terrific soundtrack. The soundtrack is great, and as I say, there are shots from some of those. Like the video when the video stores were huge, and you had loads of those.
Yeah.
To video, like those Canon, those Globus ones. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of that. A lot of butchery. ends up a bit strange, but then I suppose there's like a oh yeah, so it's clever because it starts off with Maxine is a really, really young child, and she's like, her dad's like really, really religious and says, this is what you got to do. So anyway, so we leave that bit out, but so that sort of comes in towards the end of it with like, because there was a lot of Satanism and all that supposed to be going on that sort of stuff.
In the 80s, yeah
in the 80s.
So Sean, it sounds like Mia Goth rather has continued her streak of not letting you down.
She has not let me down. No, she is the terrific. When she does the audition scene, it is terrific, and it reminds me of Pearl when she does that, like the whole 5 minutes of every emotion you could possibly think of. She's amazing. She's absolutely outstanding, and she is like, top. Is so.
Yeah, so I think,
and she's not like beautiful or anything like that, but there's really, really something about her, and she's smart.
Oh my God! I, on the other hand, would like to disagree with you and say she is beautiful. She just doesn't trade on her beauty.
Okay.
So, that's what I would say. Man.
Yeah.
That's a nice way.
Yeah. So thoroughly, totally enjoyed this film. Really indulgent. I think those. I mean, I don't think you've seen the other two. I don't think any of you. Have any of you guys seen
Oh no, I've seen X.
Well, go see this because it's someone who's into the cinema, and you'll probably would have been quite young in the 80s, but aware of what was going on, with that sort of stuff, or even too young for that.
I was born in 1980, so a lot of things I would only know about retrospectively. But I'm
just going to say this. I've got to say one more thing. I mean, so at the beginning you got this Betty Davis quote, and at the end of the film, she's got Betty Davis eyes, and I'm going to tell you what it is, but it's just like I thought. So I mean, I love this movie, man. I'm sorry if I'm too enthusiastic.
No. I think
don't like enthusiasm.
No. Who doesn't like enthusiasm? Come on.
I don't know. I read the Sharon's thing, and he was like was too enthusiastic apparently. I was thinking I might have to calm myself.
Well, that's one person. Don't take that.
Don't worry about
opinions.
I'll have to watch. I quite like that program. I've seen one or two of Curb Your Enthusiasm, but
all right, cool. Anyway. But how many stars did you give Maxine?
Okay, well, as I say, the end act was sort of, So, but I'm going to give it a 4. I'm going to give it a solid 4 this one.
4 stars for Maxine.